And it kind of feels like the scene from the Titanic when the ship is sinking and all the musicians decide to play music anyway. So last year I bought some mini roses from the grocery store and they had a good season. Then I was pretty certain they were gonna die. They got left out in the winter, all winter, never watered, turned brown. Pretty sure it was over for them. And then this year they grow some green leaves. Then I see a bud emerge and now that little bud has bloomed, but I think it's gonna be short-lived. I was so excited for it to finally bloom, but I'm afraid the plant's not going to survive that long because it's been overrun with these sawfly larvae, and they continue to eat away at the leaves. And no matter how many leaves I've cut or how many larvae I've plucked, they just keep showing up. And it kind of feels like the scene from the Titanic when the ship is sinking and all the musicians decide to play music anyway. It feels like the plant is going down, but I'm so delighted in getting to watch the rose bloom. And I know it's not going to be for that long. Eventually it's going to die, but I'm enjoying it in the meantime. Now, observing this rose go through this transformation process in the midst of the world descending into chaos has made me think a lot about Jesus lately. The other day I googled, why is Jesus referred to as the lily of the valley? And the response said that usually Jesus is identified as the Rose of Sharon, but also lily of the valley. And apparently it's because of the harsh conditions that these flowers will blossom in. And it led me to this verse in Isaiah chapter 35. The desert and the parched land will be glad. The wilderness will rejoice and blossom. Like the crocus, it will burst into bloom. Now in the King James Version, the word crocus is actually rose. It's not the kind of rose that we see today, like this right here. I guess it's closer to like a hibiscus flower, but the concept is still the same. Like Jesus being the rose in the desert, him being the beauty in desolation. Now this verse in Isaiah is talking about what it's going to be like for the redeemed, the joy that is waiting for those who have accepted Jesus. And when he returns, it's going to be exactly like that, a rose blossoming in despair. No matter how bad things feel right now, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. If you don't yet know him, get to know him. I promise you, it changes the way we carry the weight around. It changes how heavy everything feels. In Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, it says, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart." I know it's hard right now. It's so incredibly hard. But keeping my eyes on Jesus has been the only thing getting me through these hard times. I don't always feel like reading the Bible, but honestly, it makes me feel 1,000 times better. I know it's hard, but focus on the beautiful things.